Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Do We Know Them, episode 299. And you know what today is?
What is it?
Christmas! Not really, but close.
Oh my God! Merry Christmas, Ron!
Merry Christmas,
Happy
Harry.
Christmas, Ron.
Oh, shit. Damn it, we screwed
fucked that up.
I know. Anyway, hi, girlies. Merry Christmas.
Yes, it is the start of the holidays. Obviously, Christmas is not the only holiday.
Of course not. Yes.
Around this
I'm
time.
sorry, that was very controversial.
But like personally, we celebrate Christmas, and then also like that's what we've celebrated our whole life. Like just the vibes and nostalgia. So that's why we say Merry Christmas. But there's so many, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate with your family, or if you don't celebrate at all, happy that.
Celebrating Christmas. I mean, if you mean I indulge in all of the decorations, absolutely. But in terms of the actual story of Christmas,
for me, it's all nostalgia. It's all family. It's all good vibes. We have like a very particular celebration order that we do things in. So I'm just excited. Like, I love this time of year. My brother hates it. Joey, oh my God. Talk about the Grinch.
Wait, why?
He is the real life Grinch. He's not even coming for Christmas.
what? I'm so confused. Do you not like twinkle lights? I don't understand.
No. Oh my God. That's so funny you said that.
Does he
He
not?
made a TikTok and I commented on it and I said, back, Grinch, back, I say. But like literally he did a whole thing of why he didn't like Christmas. He says it's like forced and that it's all consumerism, which he's onto something
yeah,
there.
I mean, I've
come
spent
on.
a lot on decorations, but they
Yeah,
make
he's
me
like,
happy.
it's all consumerism. Everybody pretends that they're having such a good time, but they're really just stressed the fuck out. And I'm like, whoop, I resent that because that's like saying when I went to Disney, I wasn't actually having a good time. I was stressed at the same time. I could do two things. I could do two things. So anyway, all of that to say, I love Christmas. My brother does not.
Does he not like twinkle lights though?
Oh yeah, so the light thing. He said at the end, he goes, and I know the lights and it makes you feel something warm and fuzzy, but he kind of was like, that's not enough to like
Oh, wrong.
carry the
It
whole
is
holiday.
plenty enough for me.
Yeah, he just he has some trauma also ever since my mom told him Santa wasn't real. Like he actually, not joking, says that he carries real trauma from that. So
How early did he find out, or was it late?
not that early, like the same time I did.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad because like we've talked like birthdays can be kind of like disappointing and just like this feeling of weird like dread even though like
Yes.
nothing's wrong.
Christmas is not like that for
No,
me.
Christmas I'm just like oh.
Yeah, same. The air is crisper. Something
Yeah,
is in the
yeah.
air
Oh
for
my
sure.
God.
No, it's so funny. I fight with him about it all the time. But he's not coming for Christmas. He is going to celebrate New Year's with us. Thank God he believes in that holiday.
Which I don't really. I'm like New Year's is like
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. New Year's is my most magical day. I'm literally like, my life is changing. Every moment after this moment is a new one.
No, because I know
I write
that
my own
that's
story.
not realistic. So I'm like, I could commit
well-
for a week and then I'll be like bored.
Oh, well, I don't actually do anything different. I just like feel the air of new things.
got
You
it,
know what I mean?
got it, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Well, speaking of new things and just beautiful things, we have a very exciting announcement and we were thinking for a while now, like we've been talking about it back and forth of number one, how grateful we are like to the show and its growth and just like our own personal growth as well in doing this show. It's changed my life completely in like a million more ways than one. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like I truly feel like a different person than when we started this podcast.
I mean, I look like a different person.
I'm so dead. Honestly, same. My lips, my Botox.
No, actually, I do like look back at old episodes. There's some where I just look like rough, but there's other ones where it's not like I look that bad, but I just am like not alive.
Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, happy
Just
with
like
us.
an innate sadness.
Well, you were going through so much. If you have watched the show for a while, some of you have been here since day one.
We thank you for that.
Lily, definitely like,
I was
it's
going
been
through
a
a rough
lot of
patch.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've gone through a lot of changes. And regardless of like what we've both been through in our life, we've both gone through some like pretty deep, dark shit during this podcast length. And like,
It's been like the
still like
constant.
showed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like it didn't just feel like, oh, we're showing up because like we need to make money and all this stuff. Like it felt like this was part of our life. Like this is part of our current purpose in our life. And I just feel really grateful for it. Truly. There have been ups and downs, but like I think I speak for both of us when I say this last year has been like life changing for
It was
both
like
of us.
mostly ups, honestly. I mean, like it's
Mostly
been like
ups
a lot
recently,
of work,
for sure.
But also, it felt like it was always a lot of work, and then finally we were starting to like actually make something from like our income, and also just like having the consistency and like I don't know, it just kept us going.
Yeah, for sure. And we have you guys to thank for that. Like the way that the community shows up, I mean, it actually boggles my brain. Like every single episode, it is crazy.
I upload at like, I mean, it's different for all of you because you're watching at different times, obviously, but like I'll upload at like 3 a.m. and there's still like 100 comments in the first 5 minutes. Literally, I'm just like always shocked. They're always so nice. I love when people share their like positive stuff in the comments, but like
Oh my God,
the
no, it's
whole like
amazing.
community that they built, and then like our Patreon, that's been a whole other journey.
Just the opportunities we've gotten, like, and to even hear like everyone's story of the people that watch us, to even learn who watches us, like us finding out Holly Madison casually watch. Hey girl, she casually watches our fucking podcast. Like there's so many things that I'm like, wow, like this has really been an amazing journey. And the whole point of us saying that, by the way, is that we're very grateful, and we've been talking about ways that we wanted to be able to give back to our community to show how grateful we are, and we found a way to do that. And I'm so excited. I love giving. It's the spirit of Christmas.
We found a way to do that. We're giving you money.
We're giving you money. Merry Christmas.
Yay!
So we have decided that we're going to do 3 giveaways that each have 3 winners. So in total
9
in December,
giveaways.
we're going to choose 9 winners. Yeah, technically. So the way that it works is quite simple. Basically, we're going to give you a keyword, and you're going to include that keyword in your comment. So to enter, all you have to do is have a comment that includes the keyword that we give you and be subscribed to our channel. That is it. That's all you have to do to enter.
So to clarify, we are announcing the winners on Fridays. So you'll have to tune into the Friday episodes to know if you've won. But the way we're picking the winners is you're going to comment on Monday's episodes.
So on the episode we give you the keyword, that's where you comment under. In other
Exactly.
words. I know
Yes.
it sounds confusing, but it's really not. Now, you don't need to put any personal information in your comment if you win. We will then ask you to email us, and we'll verify your comment through that email chain with you. But anyway, the prizes. Let's talk about the prizes.
Yes.
So this is for 3 weeks in December. It's every Friday before Christmas. Okay, so 3 weeks total. And every Friday, the first place winner is going to win $1,000. The second place winner is going to win $500. And then the third place winner is going to win $250. So we wanted to do the tiers because we wanted to give as much as we could and have as many people win as we could.
And also, just so you know, the comments are going to be completely randomly chosen. As long as you put
Yes, very
the
important.
keyword that we give you in the comment, then you are eligible to win. And you also have to be subscribed.
Yeah, so you are more than welcome to add whatever you want to your comment if you want to tell us about yourself or whatever you want to say, but that is not how we're choosing people. So we're not reading through every single one and choosing according to like the stories we resonate with or anything like that. It is going to be completely randomized. All of that to say, today is the first announcement of our keyword that we're going to be announcing the winners for on Friday's episode.
So without further ado, shall we give them the first keyword?
You'll never guess what it is.
Girlies!
Girlies. Yeah, we wanted to do one that, you know, embodies our community, but then also just in general, even if you're somebody that like probably already commented within the first 5 minutes, you haven't even seen this yet, and you're commenting girlies,
Then it counts.
surprise, you're entered, but also you're like part of the community. Like you're somebody that we really appreciate because you're a girly. You know what I mean?
So leave us a comment, say girlies, but also feel free to write a little note as well. And then we'll be picking and announcing next episode.
I am very excited. Giving is like one of my favorite things to do. And like, honestly, there's really no amount of money or like telling you thank you that can properly convey how grateful we are to be in this journey together. But hopefully it's a fun little Christmas
Like,
moment.
hopefully we
You know
thought
what I
this would
mean?
help and be nice
Yeah.
before the holidays. So, and also girlies, don't get greedy. Only enter once. So you can leave multiple comments if you have a lot of comments, but only say girlies in one of them. And if we see that you're commenting a bunch of times, then we will figure out how to not count all.
Disqualify.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want everybody to have a fair shot. So if everybody could keep it to one comment using the keyword, we would appreciate that very much. But anyway, very exciting stuff. Shall we move on with the show?
We shall. I don't know what we're talking about. Before we get started, are you wearing your Christmas sweater?
So here's the thing. So I didn't actually buy any new ones. This one, technically, it's not showing up on camera. So that's where I'm going wrong. But it's got like red and gold like sequins
Okay.
on it. And it feels Christmassy. Like you could very much wear this to like a Christmas party.
Got it.
But it just looks stupid on screen. So that's fun.
Oh, I wore my one of my favorite. I got a few new ones, but this one, it is a vintage Dr. Pepper, and it's not
so
just
cute.
vintage Dr. Pepper, but it's a holiday vintage Dr. Pepper sweatshirt.
Oh my God.
So
Epic.
it just was screaming my name. It felt like maybe I should drink a Dr. Pepper as well today, but sorry. Wanted a Truly instead.
Didn't do that.
A lot of people commented a few episodes ago asking if I had matched my nail polish to my Dr. Pepper, which I had not. That was just a coincidence, but I do really like maroon. So
You're still painting your nails?
yeah.
Oh shit. You better work. I remember there was a whole like year you were like, fuck it. I don't give a
Oh,
shit about
more
nails.
than a year. And then we got the brand deal. And now, honestly, all of my nail polishes are olive in June.
Oh, you know what? You better work.
You know, it was like the sponsorship stopped, but I still kept buying them. But yeah, so I felt like this was very on brand for me. And then
Yours is
everyone's
definitely more
been
festive. I
loving
need to pick
the
up a few.
headband, and I had a matching one. So
There you go.
Anyway, sorry, back to the topic.
Well, so today's episode is going to be kind of on theme for a few things we've been covering. We have covered a lot of entitled influencers lately and even entitled food influencers, but this might be the most entitled food influencer. I think. I don't know.
Oh, God.
It's pretty bad. So anyway, this involves two people. There is an influencer. She's got 64,000 followers, which is more than the food influencers we've covered in the past.
Yeah, but still, I feel like considered micro-influencer.
Well, her name is Modeste. I might be saying that wrong. I probably am. And the restaurant we're going to be talking about, Chef Papa NYC, and they have 25,000 followers. It's a Vietnamese restaurant that is family owned. And we learned about all of this because John, who is part of the family who owns Chef Papa NYC, felt like he needed to out her because he felt very wronged by something she did. So we'll let him explain it.
Oh my gosh.
An influencer scammed my family-owned restaurant. Hi, my name is John. I'm the owner and son of Chef Papa Vietnamese Kitchen. We had this influencer contact us through Instagram asking if we had any collaboration opportunities.
So let's just start reading so we have the full context, because this is definitely a he said, she said kind of situation. Like, she is denying kind of the claims that he's making. So we need to read through everything to make an informed decision. So it says, "Hi, Chef Papa team. My name is Famida." Oh, so her name is not Modeste. That was just her username, and I'm
Got
stupid.
it.
I'm a lifestyle and beauty content creator who is a big foodie based in NYC. Oh, so I guess lifestyle could fall, like food can fall in that, right?
Yeah, but not like a strictly like food reviewer.
Right. I'm contacting you because I'm inquiring about any possible collaboration opportunities you may have. As a lifestyle and beauty blogger who loves recommending food and restaurants in the city, it would be a dream to be able to create quality content with mix of photos and reels, giving my audience an insight of your restaurant and what amazing hospitality you have. Have you been there? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know.
That's like a presumptuous statement.
This is a little bit of a copy paste email, I feel like.
Yeah, no, definitely. I have amazing interaction with my followers. Please let me know if you'd like me to send you insights. Thank you so much for your time. Being able to collaborate with you and create content for you would be a phenomenal opportunity. I trust you will take this message to serious consideration, whatever. It's kind of blocked because of his head. And she looks forward to hearing from them. That is
Interesting.
quite the
Quite the
interesting
sales
message,
pitch.
only because I feel like the past food influencers, they have not promised as much off the bat without trying the food.
Well, that's
You know what I
like
mean?
a mix of photos and like how many posts are you going to do? She's kind of vague. And then she also says, "I'll include insights if you want them." Wouldn't you lead with that?
Yeah, maybe just attach them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Collaboration opportunities. Of course, we love collaborating with influencers because that's one of our main sources of marketing. As you can see here, she contacted us first. As you can see here, we replied asking how she would like to collaborate. She explained in exchange for a compte meal, she would film and record our restaurant and food and feature us on her page. After everything sounded great, I asked when she would like to come in. She said she would like to come in tonight.
Damn, that's a little soon after the collaboration.
Well, and it's weird because the times are off because it says that she sent that at 8:47 p.m. and then says, "Can I come tonight at 8:30?"
Oh,
I don't
that is
understand.
weird. Oh no, that is weird. What the fuck? Oh, could he maybe be like? Could he have trapped? No.
No, I was
New
like,
York
but
City's,
it
like, the
would. They,
most
yeah, they would have
east.
been in the same.
Yeah, no. I was about to say because like, could he currently like from the time that screenshot was taken be in a place
Possibly.
where it was a different time zone? But
Possibly.
strange.
Yeah.
I will say
Okay.
a little strange.
At 8:30 p.m. After she came in, she ate about $200 worth of food and left a $6 tip. Of course, the $200 bill was comped. About a month passes by. Haven't heard anything from her. She didn't message us. We reached out asking if there was an update when the video we posted. No response. We tried following up multiple times. She never responded. We tried commenting on her post that she was making daily. No response. We were completely ignored.
So some of the messages that they sent to Famida was, "Hi Famida, hope you're having a good weekend. We just wanted to check in to see when the video would be posted. Please let us know. Thanks. Hi Famida, just following up on our last message in case you didn't receive it. We would just like to know when our collaboration reel would be posted on your page. Hi, following up here again." And I do have to say, $200 worth of food and leaving a $6 tip when you didn't have to pay for the food is insane. Unless they like spit in your face or something.
Well, that's like,
I
how
don't
did you
know.
even
Like,
decide
unless
on the
they kicked you.
$6? Is that just like the cash you had in your pocket, or like?
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
No response. We were completely ignored. As you can see here, I started getting a little bit frustrated. I tried calling her.
Oh,
I
damn.
tried contacting her again multiple times. Multiple weeks has passed. She still hasn't responded.
Damn, and they were getting frustrated, understandably so. Like I would be
Yeah,
like,
no, I'd be
"Oh,
pissed."
so you think,
Yeah.
you really think that you're gonna get away with this?" Their message says, "Hi Famida, checking in here again as you keep posting content and not responding," which is wild because like if you're gonna ghost, like block. I'm not saying this, like don't do
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
but like
But don't make it so
didn't even
clear
block
that you're
them?
just ignoring. Yeah.
we are a family-owned restaurant and provided you a comped meal in exchange for a video, believing you are an honest influencer. Well, not to victim blame. Honest influencers are a dime a dozen. You know what I mean? Or no, not a dime a dozen. That means they're common.
Yeah. No, the opposite.
So
of
what does
that.
it mean? They're not a dime a dozen.
Well, and it sucks that I feel like you even have to like assume that, but like it does seem like there are a lot of dishonest people out there. So
Yeah.
and then there just happens to be a lot more influencers, quote unquote, now
Right.
than there used to be.
They followed up and said, if you're not going to post the video, please let us know and confirm when you'll come back to the restaurant to pay your bill and tip the waiter appropriately. Period.
Ooh, we kind of
Thank
love
you.
that, yeah.
And I've heard nothing from her. Yet she was still posting videos. I'm making this video to spread awareness because us business owners, we do rely on influencers to spread our restaurant, to get some exposure, because we don't have a platform ourselves. We rely on bigger content creators to help us with that. And we trusted this person to come in to record a video, and I feel like she scammed us.
And she has
I
like
think that's
a
a fair
manager
statement.
listed and stuff too. Like that's wild.
Oh no, for sure. So underneath this post that we just watched, him exposing her, she left a little comment. To give her 2 cents. Mind you, she has ignored all of their communication, has not followed up, and then she writes this. The experience was truly disappointing and speaks volumes about the standards of this restaurant based off of this post and how you handle things. Micho and I have collaborated with hundreds of restaurants across NYC, and unfortunately, this was one of the rare times we left feeling unwell afterward. The dishes were poorly prepared, and the overall execution did not meet even basic expectations.
What does that mean?
I guess she's saying it made her sick.
No,
Like,
I know,
food
but
poisoning?
the overall execution did not meet even basic. Like what? What was wrong? Tell us.
We appreciated the opportunity to collaborate, but the quality of the food and service was far below what we typically encounter. If the restaurant would like, I'm more than willing to provide a detailed and honest breakdown of each dish and the service we received and overall rate the restaurant a score of 1.2 out of 10, not the rating in the comments.
Come on.
Please, no. My goal is always to share genuine experiences with my audience, and while I prefer to highlight great spots, I also believe in transparency when things fall short, while being mindful how my review may impact the restaurant, so I decided not to post an honest review. Again, more than happy to post my honest review of your restaurant, LMK. I do honestly feel like this is like contradictory because I feel like she's saying something that in a vacuum would make sense. You know what I mean? Where it's like if you were like disgusted and you got food poisoning and whatever, but it doesn't make sense here because you could have very easily disclosed this in his messages privately to him and said, hey, I know you're looking for the review, but this is the reality is that I actually got very sick.
Yeah.
That would have been very easy. So it's hard to believe now because you've been outed. Now you hate it. Now it's disgusting. Now it's just putrid.
And then giving the rating, I'm like, if you're giving something a 1.2 rating, why even rate it? Just say it was like inedible, apparently, because that's what that means.
Exactly.
Before we go any further, we have a word from our sponsor, Manscaped.
The holidays are here, which means that it's time to give the gift of smoothness. Whether you're shopping for your partner, your brother, yourself, we don't judge. Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate upgrade because nothing says happy holidays like a perfectly groomed package.
Yes, the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the ultimate holiday helper. It can take care of everything from below the waist maintenance to also taking care of your rogue nose hair and ear hair, which I think everyone needs to stay on top of.
I find the names so funny because they have the lawnmower, the 5.0 Ultra groin and body hair trimmer, and they have the weed whacker. That's the ear and nose trimmer you were talking about.
Yeah, but you can't forget their ball aftercare as well.
Oh, no, you can't.
Because after a close shave, you need to give your most precious ornaments some much needed TLC.
The coolest thing about this kit is that there are 2 free gifts included, which is amazing. So you have all your grooming essentials included in the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, but it also comes with 2 holiday bonuses. The Boxers 2.0 in colorway Midnight Bravo, which my husband loves. They're super soft. And the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag, which comes in handy when you're traveling with all your weed whacking stuff, This honestly makes such a great gift for any man in your life. Maybe you want to give it to your dad even, Like we said, we're not judging. Everybody needs smooth, nice, cared for balls.
Everyone has hair, so let's get rid of it.
On your face or otherwise, you know what I mean?
So give the gift of smooth this holiday season with the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. And right now you can get 15% off your entire order with the code DWKT at manscaped.com.
That's 15% off with code DWKT at manscaped.com. Stay on top of your grooming game and be ready for anything this season throws your way. And thank you so much to Manscaped for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast. Chef Papa actually responds to her comment and says, if your experience was truly disappointing, you could have easily told us after our server had asked you how everything was. Instead, you told us everything was great and proceeded to pack everything to go. She took leftovers home. You ordered $200 worth of food, mind you. Afterwards, you didn't communicate with us nor answer us when we tried to contact you multiple times. We were more than accommodating, especially since you asked to come in last minute, even when we didn't confirm, and you came in around 9 p.m., which is 30 minutes before our kitchens close. We didn't rush you and we honored our agreement. You were replying now only when you force our hand and post a video about you shows everyone the type of person you are. Please let us know when you would like to come and pay your bill.
That's wild. So she did post a video and it's just gone.
Yes. So I found the link to it and it shows, you know, how like Instagram will kind of like save what the title was or whatever, but then you click on it and it says this post is not available. However, he does summarize what she said in her review and he was not happy about it. We do have a screenshot though. It says, I never review restaurants I genuinely didn't enjoy, but this is a rare, and I guess that was like a caption of what she was talking about. Like probably like this is a one-time circumstance. I wonder why you would make a video like that.
In the video, she stated that our restaurant was terrible, food was terrible, service was terrible, the smell of the food was horrible. What? She left feeling very bad, and it was a valid review. But here's the thing. She posted the video after I made the video about her not honoring her agreement with us. This was the comment that she left on our post, which she deleted. It's basically the same thing. She's saying the food was terrible, service was terrible, and she didn't want to post a video misleading her followers because she believes in transparency, which is crazy. This was my response, stating basically, you came to my restaurant, you ate the food, we asked you how was everything, you told us everything was great, service was great, food was great. Then you left the restaurant knowing that you weren't going to post us because you thought everything was terrible. So not only do you sound super ignorant, because if you know Vietnamese food, you know it's known for its strong aroma.
I was gonna say, saying it smells bad, like, why did you pick it then? Like, I feel like if you like don't like the smell of Vietnamese food, then maybe don't reach out to a Vietnamese restaurant.
It's like going to like a seafood boil place and being like, it smells fishy.
Literally.
Like they cook a lot of fish, a lot of meat. Like, yeah, I don't know. That seems, and I think that he kind of feels too like a little microaggressive, maybe perhaps. Like it just feels like, if not just ignorant.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, for sure.
Even our food is Americanized because at home, when we cook it, it's meant to be super strong. Maybe you didn't know that because everyone has a complex palate. You know, I won't blame you for it. And it won't be, Vietnamese food won't be for everyone. But you can't make the excuse saying the food was terrible, so I'm not going to post them. If you truly did not enjoy the food, you would have told me or the server the food wasn't good, I didn't like it. You know, I don't want to mislead my followers. I don't want to post a video featuring your restaurant. And I would have been fine with that.
And I'm going to give it to her that like that's super fucking awkward to do on the spot. But like
do
you
it in
could
the
have
messages.
messaged that to them immediately after. You could have said, I feel unwell. I'm leaving, like not sure what to do because I know we had this agreement, but I can't do it. Like this screams that she made that up after the fact. Like now she has bad taste in her mouth, no pun intended.
Right.
And she's like looking back and being like, well, actually, fuck that food.
You could have paid the bill and left. But no, you told us everything was great. Food was great. Service was great. You packed everything to go. $200 worth of food for 2 people. I think you ordered about 4 cocktails.
Oh.
And then you left a $6 tip. So to recap, not only did you post a video after I posted a video trying to expose you, you made a negative review sounding ignorant and degrading us because you don't know Vietnamese food. So just to conclude, because I do not want to address this anymore, hopefully this is the last time unless she comes up with another nonsense of a video. I just wanted to come up here and defend myself because I feel like if my parents didn't have someone to do this for them, they wouldn't be able to defend themselves. They would have an influencer that would just bash them and create content that would just be hateful towards them. And I don't like to do this because obviously I'm trying to run a business. I don't want to have beef with a influencer. But again, I feel like we're being taken advantage of and this person doesn't deserve a platform. So I just want to end it there. I don't want to come back to this. Hopefully she learns and she becomes a better person. I do hope the best for her. Whatever's happening at home, I don't know. But thank you for the support. I did read all of your comments. You guys are amazing. And I hope I see you guys. If you ever do visit Long Island City or Flushing, I hope I do see you guys there.
He seems so
I feel
sad.
bad. He seems so nice.
Yeah.
On Chef Papa NYC's TikTok, he did, as a receipt, post a DM that Famita sent to him before she made a negative review, but after he did his expose. I'm assuming that's the timing of this because that's the only time this DM would make any sense. It says, first, I want to sincerely apologize for not being communicative. I genuinely have been struggling with health and get on this app. I don't know what that
I
means.
don't either.
I wish I could put into words how sorry I am for not communicating with you, truly. My partner has reached out to you on behalf of me due to seeing my condition after receiving overwhelming amount of death threats to my family and I. I'm reaching out first and foremost to apologize for not communicating. I will delete my full honest review, send you $300, and create a video showcasing your restaurant with background music and tagging your restaurant.
What?
All I request in return is please delete those 2 videos from your Instagram and TikTok. It's getting very dark and I am unwell physically and mentally.
Whoa. So that was after she posted her video because
Do you think? I felt like that
she
would be
says, I will
before.
delete my full honest review.
Oh, I'm actually stupid. But my thing is like, what do you mean you're gonna post something with background music? She means she's not gonna talk or give any review. Just like, hey, here's Chef Papa. Like, why do you
I
want
guess
that?
that was such, I thought that was weird too. I'm like, so because you're not gonna talk, or because like, also that's so weird to post that after you've already posted the honest review, quote unquote honest. Now you're just gonna be like, look at this great food. Like, don't you think people are gonna remember?
I mean, I guess it worked, not because he deleted his post because he didn't, but he writes in the caption, first and foremost, I would like to thank everyone. I've read every single comment and DM and even showed my dad. Truly thankful for the overwhelming support. Famita and I spoke privately and she apologized. Just want to let everyone know to please be respectful. Please do not send any hate comments or death threats. This is not what we want. Thank you, John. Now, 6 days ago, she did post a response, if you want to read that.
Oh gosh. There have been many posts involving my name recently. I stayed quiet because these situations are serious and emotional and I did not want to speak from emotion. But people have been hurt and confused and I feel I owe everyone some clarity and a sincere apology. On Chef Papa, miscommunication and a lack of urgency on my end led to an unfulfilled collaboration. That is my responsibility. My lack of communication was not acceptable and I am sorry for the stress this caused. I've been working on being more careful and organized with the businesses I collaborate with and the way I deliver content. I was wrong in how I handled that situation, and for that I apologize to Chef Papa. On JC. What?
Yeah, okay, so I don't know what this is referencing. Like,
Oh,
I
it's
went
about a
looking
dog?
at the post available right now. I guess people started digging into her past and like found things.
Oh God. On JC, earlier this year, I cared for a husky named JC. On the last morning of his stay, I woke up and found he was unresponsive. I'm devastated that this happened while he was in my care, and I know nothing I say can take away his family's pain. Oh my God, she was watching someone else's dog?
Oh my God, I feel like I'm going crazy. Oh my God, this makes so much more sense. Sorry, I didn't put 2 and 2 together until literally this moment. There has been another topic that people have been wanting us to cover, and like I've been getting tagged here and there, of a dog sitter who like the family is like, you fucking killed our dog, basically.
Oh my God.
And it was her. I just put that together right now. This was like a separate story I was going to cover. So I
Very
guess
unfortunate timing for her. Not
I
having a
know,
good month.
People started digging and they found something.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Okay, so Lily found a TikTok that may provide some clarity. So we're gonna watch that super quick because I kind of want to know what the dog, like I know what the dog thing more or less about, but maybe this is, you know, more info.
What happens when a horrible person who pretends to be an influencer so that she can scam people finally gets caught scamming people? Well, apparently animals start to die. Did she just say animals start to die? You heard that right. And we're starting with a dog, specifically a husky. And this is the influencer we are talking about. Famita has multiple different accounts claiming to be a relatable lifestyle, foodie, and beauty influencer. She posts videos like this 30 to 50 times a day. Yeah. That's a lot, and some of her videos have gone viral, and she likes to do the ones talking about friendship and finding other like-minded people. A lot of her content is about how she wants to find people who won't judge her, and if you pay attention here, you'll see that her comments are turned off, so you can't tell her anything. Because this supposed influencer has come under a lot of pressure recently, and that was before animals started dying in her care. Before anyone even knew Famita was a pet sitter, we were hearing about her as a terrible food influencer. She was going to restaurants in New York City, getting comped hundreds of dollars worth of food, and then ghosting them. Until this guy John, the son of the owner of Chef Papa, called her out because they comped her a $200 meal, including 4 alcoholic drinks. She took food home to go with her. She showed up 30 minutes before their kitchen closed.
Okay, we know about that, so we'll skip to the dog.
Things have gotten a lot worse because not only does she look like a scammer, she also looks like she might be a dog killer. Famita and her boyfriend were pet sitting a husky for 10 days, and on their last day with this dog, they notified the owner that the dog had died. Taking into account sad, terrible things can happen completely unexpectedly with your animals, this situation doesn't feel like this was a natural causes situation. To start with, Famita and her boyfriend never told the owner how the dog died or how they happened upon the dog if it did not die in front of them. They also refused to let the pet owner come to their house to pick up their dog's remains, telling him that he would have to meet at a separate location, to which he goes and meets them and finds that his dog has been wrapped in a trash bag and is stuffed in a suitcase.
Bag? It's in the bag, yeah. Yeah. You went to the bag, right?
take a close look, because that is Famita and her boyfriend. And that was their interaction with dropping off the animal that they were responsible for that died in their care. Never once did they apologize, never once did they explain to the
They
dog
didn't
owner how this
apologize?
dog died.
I kind of want to throw up. What the fuck? So that is what she's addressing when she says that she didn't really know what to do, so she just wanted to transport him as quickly as possible. You should have let that owner come to your house. 100%.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This is what I would call an exception. Like if you don't let the owners like come to your house for like safety or whatever the fuck. You stuffed him in a fucking suitcase? You're a monster.
I have been informed that necropsy and toxicology testing did not find evidence that JC had been poisoned or deliberately abused. I would never harm any animal. I'm deeply sorry that his family is going through this loss, and I'm also sorry for the distress that people who have seen the video and the posts online have felt.
Yeah, I feel distressed right now.
Because this matter is now part of a civil lawsuit, I am limited in how much detail I can share publicly, and I hope people can understand that. My earlier silence allowed many narratives online that do not reflect the full truth, and I regret that. My intention is to cooperate with the legal process. I've never tried to avoid being reached or to run from what happened, as the owners know where I live and had my personal number. My personal information has been posted. I've received death threats, and people close to me who had nothing to do with any of this have been dragged into it.
Who are the people close to you that had nothing to do with it? Your boyfriend that was carrying the suitcase? Like, what do you mean? They're not going after your mom.
I do not share this to ask for pity, only to remind people that there are real people and families on the other side of the screen. I understand that losing a pet is heartbreaking, and the clips without context can be shocking. With context, they're still shocking. I'm truly sorry for the pain and confusion that people are feeling, and I hope in time that the full context and the facts can be understood. Thank you to anyone who has taken the time to read this with an open mind and heart, and I'm deeply sorry for the pain I have caused. Oh my God.
Yeah. There is zero excuse, even panicking, to put a dog in a trash can in a suitcase. That is so degrading. Would you do that with a human being? If a human being was dead, would you like, no, let's just take them to the morgue in a suitcase? No, that would look like murder.
Well, that's illegal also.
Yeah, but I feel like it should be illegal for animals too. I mean, they
It
probably
should
haven't
be.
even thought to do that law because what the fuck? But like,
And I don't think anyone deserves death threats, but it does make a little more sense that she would be getting death threats for the dog situation than the restaurant situation. And then the caption says, so many people have been affected by what has happened, and I want to apologize while explaining my side as honestly as I can.
well, I hated it. So thanks.
Same.
Now I'm
Same.
like genuinely like I feel uneasy in my body. So thanks.
I know, I want to just like go hug Max.
No, literally, like I originally, like I said, I had heard about that pet sitter thing and I just cannot believe it's the same fucking person. Like, this is so many strikes, you know what I mean? And they're so in like different categories.
Yeah.
Like the food thing looks like a scam on its own. But then when you have this like really, really horrible situation, like your character cannot be good. I just don't think that's possible. Can't have two double whammies here and be an angel. Like I feel like it's telling us a story here, you know, if we're looking at the thread.
I just can't fathom how you would think it was appropriate to put
No, there
in a
is
suitcase.
zero.
Like,
I
that's
mean, literally, even in fight or flight mode, like in fight or flight mode, I would have left my apartment. Like I
Flight,
would have
I
freaked
would have
out.
left.
I would not have touched that animal until the owner came. Zero.
that gives me chills already. I can't. Oh my God.
Literally, yeah. Wow, I am heartbroken for that family. I'm so fucking sorry. I cannot even imagine. Like
10
you're
days and then
trusting
coming
somebody
back.
with your
And
pet.
on the last day. Was it on the last day?
I was about to say, convenient. It's the last fucking day that he was, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the last day that she couldn't hide it anymore. I don't know. Just, speculating.
I don't like it.
Well, anyway, let's skip to the second topic because that's
Please.
it for this. I think we have the same consensus of like, okay, you suck. So this next topic is going to be about a failed event, I guess. So we have Hallie and Baja, and they are both influencers, actual influencers. They have over 100,000 or actual. Is that just influencers or is there a word associated with over 100?
Macro.
Oh, they're macro
Influencers?
influencers, if you're
I believe
curious.
that was the term.
And Baja came up with an event. So the first TikTok we're going to be watching is kind of like their soft launch for this event. And I really enjoyed our researcher's description of this because it says, it's called She Evolved. It's for the girls who are evolving. That's what she said. And I was like, oh, that does not clear anything up, actually.
It's kind of giving when Kylie Jenner was like, I think this is the year we're just all realizing, because we're doing a lot
Right.
of realizing. Just
Yeah,
she
I
kept
really
repeating
want to
realizing
watch
over and
this
over.
because I'm like, she evolves into what? A Pokemon? Like, what is she evolving into? And it also, like, I hear live event, I normally think like comedy or like something entertaining.
music or some like a performance
Yeah.
of some kind. Yeah.
This is giving like TED Talk, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's hear it from Baja on what this event is.
It sounds like it's giving like girls group where it's just like a social thing where they're
Maybe making friends, like Bumble BFF. Like, what is it?
literally,
I don't know.
yeah, and that they have like sponsors to give food and drinks. So then it's like also like a bunch of brand deals mixed.
Interesting.
Get ready with me for literally the most exciting day of my life. We're gonna do a very quick and light makeup. Going to look at my dream venue. I'm not getting married, but I am hosting an event here in Minneapolis. I literally scream every single time. I'm co-hosting this event with my good friend Hallie Jama, the icon, the legend. Minneapolis girlies, we are so up. I told myself if there is a goal that I'm going to execute this year, it is this event. I'm so excited and nervous that my hands are literally shaking, but I cannot mess up my eyebrows. I've been wanting to host an event for so long. Like, this is literally a dream of mine. It's gonna be happening on December 27th here in Minneapolis. It's girls only and 18 plus. Look at how beautifully this blends. I love you, Say.
And it hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't. It's supposed. Okay, so I guess it's not a failed event, or I don't know, because it's got a lot of drama surrounding it. So
And
it's
I was
like,
how has it failed already? It hasn't even happened.
it's just got drama around it, I guess is what I
Okay.
meant. But then also, like, when you have so much controversy around an event and you're kind of like the target of it, spoiler alert, like, people don't usually want to go to your event after that, you know?
I'm so curious what the controversy is.
I didn't finish this video, and so I literally don't know what the event is. She evolves
Oh,
into what?
okay.
Like, I'm
Okay, got
confused.
it.
And even her explaining it, she's like, it's 18 up, you know, women, supporting women. I'm like,
That's what I'm telling you.
No.
It sounds like one of those like girls groups where it's just like they have events every month and it's just like they rent out a space and there's like usually brands that weigh in that will be like offer free stuff, but then they like want people to post because it's usually influencers.
I guess. I'm so confused.
It's honestly all in the name. It's called She Evolves, and it's for the girls who are evolving, the girls who are
Period.
becoming, the girls who are growing, the girls who are becoming the best versions of themselves every single day.
Okay.
This is going to be our New Year kickoff.
Oh my God, our researcher was not even being dramatic. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I need more
I was like,
information.
okay, well, I think we're all technically evolving.
I mean, you have no choice. You just kind of got to do
Yeah,
it in life.
yeah.
But that's interesting.
We're gonna leave behind anything that does not serve us, and we're all gonna leave feeling like an even better version of ourselves. I've always wished, oh, I forgot to put on blush. I've always wished to have an event like here in Minneapolis. I feel like we don't get anything out here. I was tired of just like waiting and wishing, and I was like, you know what? I can make this happen. I cannot wait. Also, if you guys don't know who the heck I am, my name is Behja. I'm a 24-year-old creator and entrepreneur, and I grew my entire platform off of self-development, growth, and becoming a better version of yourself. And my true mission in life is to help the girls reach their fullest potential. So through everything that I do, that's like the purpose behind it all. At this event, we're gonna be partnering with some amazing brands.
You fucking
Told
called
you.
it.
It's essentially a networking event. I bet you it's probably free, but
Oh, really? You think?
and then the brands put in stuff for free because then they're gonna get promo because it's expected that you're
exposure.
gonna post about it. Yeah. I've edited videos for one before that does it in New York.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, maybe this is a thing then.
It definitely is.
There's gonna be so many fun activities, goodie bags. There's gonna be a panel with some amazing women on it, talking about all things becoming and evolving.
She uses some funny
It's like,
words
I don't
to
know.
me.
I feel like we might need to be a little more specific, I guess.
We've got panels on coming, we've got panels on going, we've got panels on believing and creating. And it's like, what? What are you going to help me with? I'm so confused.
Appreciate the, I would say vision, but it doesn't sound like there is much of a vision. I appreciate the effort.
Buzzwords? Oh,
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that too.
There's gonna be a photo booth. There's going to be tooth gems. We're gonna
Oh,
have our
yes, this is
signature
very on brand
mocktail,
for-
good
yeah.
conversation, reflective activities. Overall, it's gonna be such a beautiful, transformational night. And I truly think the best part of it all is meeting like-minded women. There's gonna be creators.
Networking
There's gonna
event,
be
yeah.
entrepreneurs. There's gonna be so many incredible local businesses that are gonna be contributing. It's honestly gonna be such a fun night. I cannot wait to make some more girlfriends who are just all about their own growth. I've been solo doloing my journey for so many years now, and I can tell you it is so much better when you have like-minded women around you. The event itself is going to be insane, and if you know anything about me, I do not half-ass anything. Everything that I do is just major. It's grand. It's beautiful. So best believe there's so much going into the production of this event. And this isn't even to toot my own horn, but when I do things, I do them with such intention, especially if my name is going to be tied to something. And that's just honestly the attitude you have to have if you want to win. Now, this venue in particular, I knew she was the one. I knew she was the one, but you know, we had a budget. She's gorgeous, and she was a little
my
above
God.
the budget. One thing
Wow,
about me
that's
is
nice.
I'm gonna get exactly what I want. And so I reached out to them, and honestly, without having to even do too much, they gave us an insane discount just because they wanted to be a part of the event. And all we did was share the vision. If you're a Minneapolis creator, entrepreneur, or if you're a local business that wants to figure out how you can get involved, leave a comment or check the link in my bio. I am so excited. Tickets are currently on sale, so you can click the link in my bio.
Oh.
Bring your friends. Also, a
Tickets are
portion
on
of the
sale.
proceeds is going to be donated to charity because there's no point in evolving if our journeys can't help someone else on theirs. We're less than 2 months away from the event itself, so I'm going to be sharing all the behind the scenes of making this event come to life, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet you guys.
So, not a free
I'm
event.
intrigued.
you know, but she's going to give all of it to charity, allegedly.
She said a portion.
Oh, she said a portion? I thought she said all of it.
I think she said a portion.
Well, something's better than nothing. I don't understand it still. I have to be honest. I don't get it. I really don't.
She's really running on a dream.
She is. And also, not to minimize her influence and her following and their dedication and stuff, you know, not to do any of that, but 160-ish thousand followers to throw an event and rely on that to be able to likely like cover your costs for the event. You know, you're getting it sponsored, but like for the venue and stuff, and then be able to give to charity and likely do this again. Like, that's kind of a slim chance that.
Well, and that
thing is
also
gonna be
doesn't include
packed.
like decorations, like
Right.
rentals for tables, chairs, if that's like the event place does that. I don't know.
It's very ambitious.
We've talked about
I
before
think.
that people really underestimate event planning as a
Oh, for
profession
sure.
and like think they
Yes.
can do it. And I will say I don't know anything about this woman and I have never seen her before, but she is kind of, it feels like posturing a bit. I mean, literally it said the woman behind the movement. Like there isn't a movement though.
Well,
Like referring to it as the movement, it feels like a little like, okay.
our researcher said like it kind of gave her like MLM vibes. Like it just kind of gave
Yeah.
like a weird, like culty, strange vibe.
Acting like very like boss babe. I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah, the way she talks, like everything I do is major. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And
Yeah.
I don't know if this is just like a facade. Some people, you know, you fake it till you make it type of thing. I don't know if this is true or not, but she states that after that announcement, it was an absolute smashing success. She could not believe how many tickets were pouring through.
Oh, well, that's what they always say. That's what Def Noodle said about the roast. So
I'm so dead. In his defense, his little tiny closet was pretty packed.
it was not hard to be.
Before we continue, we really quickly want to thank our next sponsor, IndaCloud.
I know many of us run on caffeine to get through the day, but eventually that does run out. You need something to revive your soul a little bit after 5 p.m. And I think IndaCloud has just the ticket.
Yeah, IndaCloud is your online dispensary for good times. They have gummies, flowers, pre-rolls, and more. I've been very vocal about my love for their Pineapple Express pre-rolls. It's so convenient, but I recently tried their gummies as well, the ones with melatonin in it, and let me tell you, I went to sleep real fast and I stayed asleep. I normally wake up and I did not.
They're great. And also they have the caffeine version. So when you run out of your coffee caffeine, then you can re-up with the new form of caffeine. They come in like those rock candies that pop in your mouth.
Yeah, they have pretty much every form of THC that you can imagine. And it's all federally legal THC that is DEA certified, lab tested, and it's shipped super discreetly.
So whether you need a relaxing night or if you need a little pick-me-up, if you're 21 and older, and only if you're 21 and older, you can go to indacloud.co and use the code DWKT and get 40% off your first order plus free shipping.
This is IndaCloud's biggest sale of the year, and it runs all month long. You know, it's not one of those blink and you miss it kind of sales. So again, that is indacloud.co using code DWKT to get 40% off, free shipping, and a little extra breathing room for our listeners. And thank you so much to IndaCloud for being an amazing sponsor of this podcast.
Hey Minneapolis girlies, my name is Behja. I'm hosting an event here on December 27th called She Evolves for the girls, by the girls, with my good friend Hallie. First of all, I did not expect that reaction yesterday. That was supposed to be my soft launch video. We have people booking flights from across the country to come here for She Evolves.
What?
I have no words.
Do you not believe it?
For like the most vague description ever that had no
No, they want to
brands actually-
evolve, Lily. Get a fucking, I mean, come on, keep up.
Evolve into what? As you said.
Uh-huh, exactly. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
no, I don't know. This whole vibe is so not my vibe at all.
You know what I love so much is that you have, like, the way that this turns, you would not perceive as of this moment that the issue that ended up happening is what ended up happening.
Yeah, no, I have zero clue what to expect. It's giving a lot of like over-promising and like hoping for the best.
And in both videos that have been, you know, very successful, she says, and has garnered a lot of, you know, people booking their flights first thing in the morning.
yeah.
She has mentioned that Hallie is like who she's doing this event with. Like
Co-hosting,
they
yeah.
both are doing it together. They both have a very similar amount of followers. And Hallie was also talking about this on her social media. So people were arguably going for both of them. So would it be interesting if one day Hallie woke up and realized she's kicked out of the event and she is no longer a part of it whatsoever, and she had no news or notice or anything?
What?
Yeah, that's what I said.
She doesn't get to evolve?
No, she does not evolve, apparently. It's for the girls, by the girls, but not for Hallie.
Oh my God.
So Hallie posts this video that is to like a funny, you know, like little instrumental song, and it says on screen, that awkward moment when you plan, promote, and invest in an event and wake up mysteriously removed from everything with zero explanation. So obviously when she posts this, people are like, oh, we know who and what this is about. They were going on both the girls' pages and, talking about this and like speculating why, you know how the internet works. Then a day or two later, Hallie posts this.
I wanted to take a moment to address everything really quick. As you saw a few days ago, Wednesday night while I was asleep, actually, I woke up to find out that I had been fully removed from the She Evolves event. I found out yesterday morning when I woke up. I found out with you guys. I was removed from the website. I was removed from the Instagram, the email, anything internal, and all the passwords were changed while I was asleep.
What?
I was under the impression that we were going to talk the next day.
And she's showing that she was kicked out of like banking and like Zelle accounts and stuff too.
Yeah. So obviously there was something that had happened. It's not like, I guess nothing happened. They might have had some sort of disagreement because this text does allude to that. But at the same time, you can find a ton of things to disagree on, but it doesn't mean that you're like gonna kick them out of the event or like quit working with them. You know what I mean?
And like change all the passwords and stuff. Like,
yeah, that's insane.
Wild.
So if you want to read this, it kind of gives us an idea of what the issue might have been. And I think it was pancake art, but I could be wrong. I'm lost a little bit.
Interesting. The earliest one is Hallie saying like when she can talk because they like need to discuss something clearly. And then Baja says, let's do 3. I really am not mad or upset with you. We just have some things to figure out and an insane, all caps, event to host. Pressure is up and stress can feel like a lot. I apologize if I said anything disrespectful. It's all a part of the process and I promise I didn't take anything personal. Talk to you tomorrow. Then the next day she messages her again and says, good morning. I just want to let you know that I sent the $200 reimbursement for the pancake cart. Also, I have your Amazon boxes here. Please let me know what address you want me to ship them to, and I'll get them sent out this week. Thank you.
I thought that said pancake art, not a pancake cart. Nonetheless, it was pancakes.
It could have been a pancake cart that was doing
It could have
pancake
been.
art.
It really
They
could
do
have been.
those at events. And also that was at 10:30 a.m., so way before their scheduled discussion, I guess.
I will say though, that second paragraph is kind of giving like take your shit vibes a little bit. Like
yeah, that's why I think it's
Amazon
interesting that
boxes.
like that's at 10:30 a.m. So like their call isn't until 3.
Which is weird because she definitely was like, we're doing this event and it's gonna like make us evolve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why these are growing pains, in other
Yes,
words.
evolving.
So I could see how Hallie didn't see her being completely X'd out of fucking everything in the event because of this.
100%.
Like maybe
this
they
is not
were
a clear
tense.
breaking of
no.
I had no prior communication. I had to call her yesterday at 3 p.m. to ensure that like this is 100% a thing. I gave her all day to be able to come forward and like communicate with me, but like I was getting messages, DMs from you guys who saw that I was removed from the website too. I obviously like I didn't expect it, and I genuinely found out the same way you guys did. This is like the last possible thing I ever thought would happen, and I was completely blindsided by it. I know a lot of you guys were planning to attend specifically to see me and meet me and like share a space and talk to each other and get to know each other. And I promoted this event wholeheartedly because I honestly just believed in like the mission of it, which seems to have changed. I thought that it would provide a lot of value. It's
Has
something
it
that I wish
evolved?
I would have had as a young woman. My goal was to like always create something meaningful, something helpful, something that like is truly valuable that you can walk out of and be like, wow, I learned something today and I know exactly how I want to implement it. And I thought that I could be able to do that with this event. Obviously not anymore. It's all like, I'm genuinely still processing it. So please excuse my dryness. I don't know what's happening. Obviously I wish nothing but the best, like literally khalas. I really truly think that God does some of these things in order to protect you from something greater, and I think that is fine. I'd rather deal with this now. I'd rather take this now than like later when the event is already in progress. If you purchased a ticket, I genuinely can't say like I can give you a refund. I have no access to the funds. Anything that you purchased, anything with that event, any profit made is closed off to me. So I would recommend reaching out to the event coordinator, since that's no longer my event. Like I would recommend, doing that and like reaching out to them in order to get your refund, because I mean, if you are no longer interested in going, you deserve to be able to get that refund, and I believe you can. So I'll shoot them a message or dispute your charge, whatever's up to you. But I do apologize, you guys. I genuinely had no idea this was coming. I would have never involved myself in such a thing if I knew that this was how this would have unfolded. With that being said, I want to assure you that I do make sound decisions. Like really and truly, I'm a very good test of character usually. Like I don't know, I feel like I stand by my integrity when I commit to something, and sometimes things happen behind the scenes that you just don't expect or know about. And you can't control how others choose to move.
Bro, I cannot believe it. They are selling each ticket for $65.
And what do you get?
Fucking whatever the sponsor, like it's like maybe
An
like a random
evolution
little
certificate?
That is crazy. Or you can only spend $60 a person if you get the bestie bundle. Those are 2 tickets, but they're sold out of those, so no, you can't. It's only $65 right now in this current moment.
For having such an unclear agenda for the event, I feel like it's wild to ask for $65.
It says that it includes a live panel and Q&A with powerful women. Which women? We don't know.
Doesn't name who? No. Okay, got it.
No. Interactive activations, reflection stations.
Do you sit and like do
Mirrors?
a journal? Like I just
I don't
can't.
know.
It's all just so like it sounds great on paper. This sounds like a brand event where the brand doesn't really know what to do and they
Like
like
what their
force
demo
you
is,
to,
and they're just yeah.
Like girl power, they'll like this.
I don't know what you mean. I think that bracelet making is really gonna hit home.
Oh my god, I was gonna say I've seen them in the past where it's those locked
Forever ones?
like yep.
Scripting exercises, the confessional booth, photo ops, mocktails bites, just bites, and curated goodie bags to take the night home with you. So that's giving pen and paper.
Well, and it's just giving like free PR giveaways. It's like they're just asking any random brand. I mean, I guess they're reaching out to probably ones they hopefully like, but it's a bunch of random brands giving free stuff to be like, hopefully this will get posted about.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I don't know if this is standard or not, but it says by attending She Evolves Live, you acknowledge that photography and videography will be taking place throughout the event. You grant permission for your likeness to be used in promotional materials, social media, and future event campaigns. Doesn't feel very like intimate and like let me grow here, let me be myself and like try to figure out like it's giving like
No, it's a
I need to be
networking
on my
event.
tippy toes because like
Yeah,
I'm being
it's a networking
watched
event that
and-
they're doing for optics. So they have an example of like, well, look at this really successful event we threw
Yes.
last time. And it's a bunch of women hoping to meet someone that's another influence, like for something that's pretending to be very rooted in like a genuine like hope for growth and like evolving. It's just kind of like, okay, it's the same shit you see all the time.
I think that it's an interesting thing. Like I like when creators do shows and stuff and can offer something or have that interaction with their followers in a certain way. But this feels like it may not be as beneficial for the people going that it is for
It's
them.
one of those, it kind of is what you make it. So it's like if you
Yeah.
go and you happen to meet some people that you think are cool, sure. But I feel like it gives this kind of false, like, you're going to leave with this network of girls. They all love
Just
each
a
other and
quiet
everything's
promise
really
that
supportive.
they can't possibly fulfill.
Yeah, no, and it isn't fulfilled. Like, yeah, certainly maybe there's a few people that meet a friend or two, but like you're not leaving with a network of women that you're gonna have for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna evolve, honestly. I mean, maybe a little, but
I think what you can control is how you respond, and that is why I am responding in this way and just continuing to live my freaking life because the world did not end in either way. Tomorrow is on the way, hopefully. So I'm just choosing to respond with grace and with clarity, and I wanted to put this out there so that you guys understand how I'm feeling because really and truly I would also love to know, but I don't know. And I've taken the last since yesterday at 3 p.m. to process a little bit, and what I know for sure, like I don't know a lot and you don't know a lot, but what I do know for sure is that there's desire within the community for community and to be able to like really find valuable events to attend, and the need for a space to learn and grow and connect is still there, and I still want to create that with you, just in a way that's more aligned, more intentional, and reflects my values specifically, especially. And so I'm working on something new. I'm gonna start working on something new. I'll share more details very soon. I would love to build it together with you if you have suggestions, but I still this is a dream of mine. This is something that I want to do, and I want to be able to execute it regardless of if it's through She Evolves or my own venture thing.
I just have to be honest, I don't get it, but maybe I'm dumb.
It's just, I feel like it wants to be like create and cultivate, like how they do those events where it's like they have panels of actually successful women and they like talk about their hardships in their career, and like it is like a networking
Very
opportunity, but
inspiring
it
in that
also
way, yeah.
doesn't feel like it's like disguising itself as not a networking opportunity.
Right. It's like you're here to meet people in the same field and like get inspired by their success and stuff, which does give MLM a little bit. Like that's literally what the MLM events do.
Well, but it feels more of like centered around like the panel and like the guests they have, and they're always actually good guests. This feels like it wants to be that, but it can't be yet because it needs like proof of concept. concept. So it's like throwing a bunch of stuff together, getting it whatever brands will be involved. It sounds like this is more of like a thing that she's trying to do for her career than it is her trying to like help other women.
Right. Now, after Hallie posts this, obviously people are upset. They go over to Baja's page and they're saying like, what the fuck? She posts this TikTok. It's a brand deal. That's first off. Not a very good disclosure because I couldn't tell. But
Yeah.
most importantly in the caption, it says, I filmed this 2 weeks ago, but the message still hits. So mind you, people are going to her page being like, what the fuck? And then this is the message that she says still hits. So one would assume this is her response to Hallie as of this point.
But those are two rules that I live by as someone who refuses to be a loser in their own story. When I say I refuse to be a loser in my own story, it's days like this. I'm in my luteal phase. I'm feeling a bit defeated today, but I can sit with that feeling, acknowledge that feeling, and still show up and do what needs to be done. I've built enough trust with myself knowing that I can show up despite, you know, what my mood is that day or how I'm feeling, because that's never consistent, especially as a woman who is in her luteal phase. Like, it's not consistent. You know, if I need to cry, I cry.
Yeah,
it's not consistent. Like, this feeling isn't forever. I still have the opportunity of today to show up and put my best foot forward. So, yeah. Oh, and I just ripped this entire thing. I got these pretty green ones. They look so good. And you know, you don't wake up one day and, you know, feel this way. It's literally been years of building this consistent trust and learning to show up and learning to acknowledge my feelings rather than shove them under the rug. I hope this doesn't weaken my nails later when I like rip them off.
What kind of a brand deal is this?
Really mixed messaging here.
I am dying. First of all, not disclosed properly at all. Is this an ad?
Yes.
Are you
or
sure?
It's like an attempt to get an ad because it literally is like tagging Impress Nails. Yeah, transform your self-care routine with 2 simple rules. Like, this was an agreed upon caption for sure.
Says also the press-ons are amazing. They did not damage or weaken my nails at all. Then she tags Impress Nails. No, yeah, this is definitely, fuck. This is an FTC violation for sure.
That truly is the difference between someone who refuses to be a loser in their stories and people who are okay with mediocrity. And it doesn't happen intentionally a lot of times. The things you do every single day will ultimately lead you to the life that you are creating. Will ultimately.
First of all, the fact that you're posting this,
You're just saying words, kind of, honestly.
No, 100%. But also, yes, you said like, I filmed this 2 weeks ago, so this is not your direct response. And obviously you were obligated to post this because it's a brand deal. But how the fuck are you going to post this when everybody's mad at you because you just like kicked Hallie out of everything, are not communicating at all? And then she's just like, I refuse to be a fucking loser. Like, it's like, what
I press
is the
on
message?
through my luteal phase. So do all of us. What are you talking about?
Did she say that line? Because that's actually so
No,
good.
but that would be a
that
good
was
time.
good.
With the
I
brand deal.
press on through my luteal phase. I like that.
I didn't think about that.
People were commenting a picture of an elephant being like, address me, you know.
Elephant in the room. Yeah.
Finally, Baja did make a statement after this.
Our researcher says, get your cold reading skills ready to go.
It's very long, I will say. So maybe we'll do like 1 page me, 1 page you. It's a
Popcorn.
lot. Popcorn reading, yeah. I never wanted to bring this situation onto the internet, but at this point, I don't feel like I have a choice. She Evolves Live is something I've spent years working toward, a dream that I've shared with my audience over and over again. It's a vision that was born long before any collaboration and one I've poured my heart, time, and personal resources into. It's extremely disheartening to see something that was built with pure intentions, love, and months of work to be misunderstood, misrepresented, or tied to narratives that aren't true. I brought someone onto this project because I thought she would be equally excited and committed. I reached out to her on August 18th and said, I can't imagine a better person to do something like this with. She responded, thanks for thinking of me for this. That was the extent of the quote unquote agreement.
Oh,
there was
shut
no
up.
There was no legal contract, no shared assets, no shared accounts, nothing binding.
We don't have a contract. That's
I was about to say,
absurd.
Technically, we share a YouTube account. I mean, no, we do share a YouTube account, but we don't have a contract.
No, we don't. And if one of us like fucked the other over, we could still take it to court and it's an
100%.
implied partnership. Like, it doesn't matter
Yes,
that we
for
didn't have
sure.
a contract.
From the beginning, she expressed that she wanted to be involved, and I truly hoped this would be a shared effort. We discussed tasks, I waited for contributions, and I made space, not the making space,
I
for
know,
the lyrics
I know.
of Defying Gravity. And I made space for her to participate at every step, but nothing was ever actually followed through. So I guess what she's going to allege is that Hallie did absolutely nothing, and that's why she was kicked out.
But I also get the vibe that she's like, I'm the leader. So, like, who knows how much space she really gave. for collaboration.
Well, she
or
puts a
if it was,
bullet
like,
point list of
Oh,
like all
perfect.
expected
Great.
tasks and stuff. So let's
Itemized.
see.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. It says when it came to the actual execution of this event, the workload was carried almost entirely by one person. You.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the
weird.
implication.
To be transparent about what that looked like, and then here's the bullet pointed list. I came up with the concept, concept, theme, program, and full creative direction. I built the website twice after the first one deleted.
Well, whose problem is that? I
Yeah, I was like,
what the
that sounds
fuck?
like a personal problem. I don't
Sure, Hallie
know
didn't
why
do
that's her
it.
fault. Yeah. All graphics, logos, captions, and marketing materials were handled on my end. Vendor communication, deposits, and relationships were handled independently. Paid for the venue, the drinks, the upfront expenses. Personally invested almost $10,000. Hallie contributed a single $200 deposit, which was refunded immediately upon removal. So she removed her that morning before they even had the phone call.
Right.
Which was interesting because they hadn't had the phone call yet. And she had been like, I think this is
Over the
going to be
pancake
great.
cart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Multiple marketing videos were produced, including the launch video responsible for 40% of ticket sales before any of hers was posted. Okay, are you referring to your Get Ready With Me?
I don't know, yeah.
I allowed myself to take on the load because of how much this project meant to me. On the other hand, Hallie submitted no copy, no panel questions. Do you even know who was on the panel?
If she does, she has not done a good job of communicating who it is.
Yeah, and also like no branding. Well, yeah, it's your event, isn't it? Like you're the one that's like,
I'm
it was
confused,
mine.
yeah.
She wants to take credit for I think a lot of it, but then also is like, well, she didn't do anything. And it's like, did you let her?
Yeah, it's a little confusing. Like she definitely made it sound like Hallie was her event person, but
I think
at
she
the
referred
same
to her
time-
as like a co-host. Yeah.
yeah, but she was very clear about the fact that this was her vision coming to life. She's been dreaming of this. It was her goal to make it happen, and she's going to do it.
It kind of gives off she wants the credit, but she didn't want to do all the work.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, we're going to see a bunch of receipts that Hallie, shows us, but I think that also maybe she could have been more communicative, like, because I feel like having someone be a part of the event because you want their followers to also come to help boost the, success of your event is different than like, this is also your vision, you give me half of the venue,
Yeah.
very different things.
And especially if you do have finances involved in it's like, were they close friends or did they just kind of like know each other? They're like acquaintances
Yeah, I don't know.
or like how did this partnership really get forged? Last paragraph says, over communication was constant. Updates were shared regularly and every moving part was accounted for. Meanwhile, her efforts remained minimal with frequent mentions of her being busy, in quotes. Before anything became public, her contributions were already on pause. After the public launch and ticket momentum, a noticeable shift in behavior began. Oh my God. Shit.
Yeah, it's very long. This isn't just what, quote unquote, I think. It's the truth and it is documented. As tickets started selling, she began making decisions and finalized them without discussing them with me. The clearest example was finding out after the fact that there was a new panelist. Oh, so you do know who's there. But there was a new panelist that had already booked a flight before I was even consulted or given the chance to understand how she fit into the flow of the event. When I raised my concerns and asked very direct questions about how this aligned with the vision and structure of the night, I didn't receive clear answers. Instead, the entire concern was deflected, minimized, or redirected. Without addressing the actual issue, which was that a major decision had been made without conversation, collaboration, or consideration for an event I was funding and managing alone.
She's going a lot back and forth between like, this was an event we were both planning to, I was managing this alone.
And her saying like Hallie had all these ideas, but she didn't execute anything, to then she did execute an idea, but then you didn't like that she did. I mean, I think that she
like, I
probably should've
understand that you
known.
need to discuss
For
it
sure.
first, obviously. But yeah, it does seem like she kind of is being like, it was a partnership, but I was in charge of everything.
Exactly. Another example of the disconnect is that after our very first drop, she suggested we increase ticket prices to $75. That's insane. Saying the demand is stupid and I did study economics. And that's a quote. That's a direct quote, allegedly.
Interesting.
I immediately told her that it felt unfair and went against the entire purpose of this event. I never wanted She Evolves to be something inaccessible or something that took advantage of the very women it was created for. And I will always stand on that. If that's true, I agree with her.
But also it's $65. I mean, not saying that it should
Right.
be raised to $75, but $65 is still quite a bit.
It's still a lot, yeah. Once I saw how quickly things were shifting, I knew I needed to protect myself, my work, and the integrity of this event. I had already invested thousands of dollars, months of planning, and my entire online credibility into this project, and the way things were unfolding did not feel safe for me financially or professionally.
Even then, I did not want things to end poorly. We had agreed to meet the next day at 3 p.m. to talk everything through, and I followed up that night with a message saying, and it's the same message we already read from that thing earlier, but that doesn't say like, hey, you're dropped.
No, not at all.
She says, and I meant that. I went to sleep genuinely hoping we could resolve things. But everything in me told me I needed to protect my assets. The website, the branding, the vendors, the venue, the event email, the passwords, the Instagram, even the Pinterest board. All of these things were tied to my business financially and legally. So before our meeting, I removed her access and refunded her $200 deposit. I also immediately notified all ticket holders that she would no longer be a part of the event and offered refunds to anyone who requested one.
Before
so you
spoke to
basically
her?
are like, hey, I wanted to work things out, but I decided never mind and kicked her
Yeah,
out.
that is still very confusing. I mean, I did see a shift in that message to like the I'm going to send you back your Amazon message and like here's your $200. That was a different shift in the conversation, and I totally can understand her wanting to remove access right before the phone call, like, you know, out of fear that she would like retaliate. I mean, just to protect herself.
But I think communicating like, hey, I actually don't think that this partnership is going to
before
work
you
out.
tell ticket
or-
holders. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would assume
yeah.
so. We got on the call the next day at our scheduled time. I asked her directly, what did you contribute to this project? That's an intense question. She responded with ideas, nothing else. When I expressed my concern, she cut me off and said things like, I really don't care. I completely disagree with that. I'm not going to debate it.
Okay, well, that's a little taken out of context, I think.
I mean, I don't know, because this is just a phone call that we weren't there for. So who
Yeah,
knows?
well, then she's like using quotes, but it's like, I really don't care about what? When did she say, like,
Yeah, this might not be a direct quote. Maybe a paraphrase.
or it might be, but it's like you don't know when that was said. And I don't know.
Right.
I have no dog in this fight. I don't, I don't
same,
care
same.
who did what, but I just think that her telling of the situation seems a little
Fishy.
contrived.
Maybe. There was no accountability, no transparency, and no willingness to talk through the very real issues that brought us to that conversation. That was the moment I knew I had made the right decision to protect myself in the project. I understand how waking up and finding yourself removed from everything could feel blindsiding, and I take accountability for that part. It wasn't my intention to cause shock. What has been disappointing is seeing Hallie go to social media afterward claiming she has no idea why she was removed. That is simply not true. Everything was communicated directly and clearly during our call. What was even more concerning was seeing her publicly encourage people to dispute their charges by implying that she wasn't sure refunds could be honored. This was after I had already told her directly on our call that refunds had been offered to every single ticket holder and were already being processed. Encouraging disputes is harmful, misleading, and not the correct way to resolve a concern. If that is true, I do think it's weird because she is basically saying like, go figure it out, and like also harass like Baja about it. You know what I mean? Like she didn't say harass her, obviously.
Yeah.
But she directed people to her, if that's true. Again, Hallie has a lot of her own receipts that we'll go over in a second. But yeah.
And also, the only reason they would want to get a refund, I would think, is because they weren't seeing Hallie, and that was like why they bought the ticket.
Right.
So it's like, if you're offering them a refund, it feels like that shouldn't really be a problem. It's not like everyone's now going to be doing chargebacks and like.
No, I think she cares more about how that looks, where it's like, you're
Well,
telling
yeah, it
people you
doesn't
don't
look
know.
great to drop your co-host
Yeah.
without really. I don't know. It sounds like, yeah, she might have told her on the phone, but also she removed all of that before the phone call.
Yeah.
So next page says, what has happened in the past 24 hours has gone far beyond misunderstanding. I've been harassed, called slurs, and targeted with hateful language. The venue was contacted with false claims that I'm a terrorist or a scammer. I've also been
Jesus.
accused of selling unlimited tickets when I clearly stated from the beginning that the attendance was capped at 300 women. To be absolutely clear, every dollar from ticket sales is going directly back into this event. Nothing has been pocketed. This is not and has never been a scheme. It is a community event built with intention, transparency, and care. What should have been a private disagreement has now been reduced to surface level accusations and harmful assumptions. I'm writing this to clarify the full narrative once clearly and directly. Thank you to everyone who showed me kindness. This event will still take place and it will be beautiful.
So then, we are not going to watch all of this, okay? Because Hallie posted a 28-minute video.
And I do want to say another thing about that whole explanation. She wasn't that clear, I guess. Like, what was the disagreement? But I guess, was it the ticket cost? She kind of more generally discusses how, like, oh, she just didn't contribute anything. But, like, was there, like, a straw that broke the camel's back kind of situation? Like, it's still not really clear what she did other than, I guess, not contribute as much as she hoped to. But, like, did you ask her to contribute more? Or, I don't know. It's definitely a very one-sided, more general description of everything that happened.
Hey guys, I'm here to clarify a couple things. I am seeing your messages, your comments. I'm also seeing what she had posted, and
I always say, this is my final
I don't know
video
how else I can make it more clear that
addressing.
this is entirely
Is it?
fabricated, and it's very obvious that it's just a dig at my character and who I am. I am just here to respond, to address these claims, and to provide my audience, the people that paid for this event, clarity. I genuinely did not want to talk about this again, but I'm just going to provide clarity and leave it at that. And after this, genuinely, I don't care what is said about me. I'm leaving it alone. Okay. Number one, she says I contributed nothing, that I was too busy, And I am busy. I work full time. I provide for myself. I pay for my apartment. I'm 22 years old. I'm paying for my family. I'm literally sending money back home. Like, there's a lot of responsibility on me. So I am extremely busy, and that is nothing to be surprised about. But nonetheless, that did not mean that I was too busy for this event. I dedicated hundreds and hundreds of hours to this event. I made sure that I met with her all the time. I made sure that I was respectful of her time.
It's showing like she's being pretty flexible.
Well, not just flexible. She's the one prompting the meeting. When are you free
Yeah,
to
that
meet
too.
this week? You know?
Yeah.
So if somebody's like dragging their feet and you have to like pull teeth just to get them to like be interested in the event, they probably wouldn't be anticipating a meeting, let alone
Yeah.
setting it.
I made sure that I contributed every single week. We met all the time. We had countless of calls, and these calls were not 30 minutes. They were not even an hour. They were hours of work and brainstorming and talk.
Oh my God. So she scrolls through messages and it's a lot. Anywhere you pause, it's pretty much about the event.
Yeah, whether or not she's taking the initiative and doing things, we can't really know, because I mean, if we like scroll through and read every message, maybe at the very least, she is talking through everything with her and like giving her input.
Oh no, 100%. And even this spot where we paused, it says like, want to start at 4:30. I'm going to go stretch. I haven't gotten up in hours. That's Hallie talking. And then she's like, period, yes. And Hallie says, beautiful, thanks for your flexibility. And it just seems like she is really busy and like was definitely making time for it. This is not giving a lazy person that like didn't give a shit about the event, especially if you look at the conversation as a whole. It's not like Baja's just fucking like texting.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And
It
not
seems
getting a
very
response.
like equal amounts contributing.
For sure.
Number two, she says that I contributed nothing other than $200, and she contributed $10,000. This is furthest from the truth. I am baffled. We have a list, we have a notion with our financial records. I don't understand why I did put down $200, yes. I also ordered an Amazon order of decorations that's still at her house, of how much was it? Of $386. I also would have been the one to pay for the drinks and the food that I was working on getting together. But when I put out options like Lens and Byerly's, Whole Foods,
And we're about to look at, there's some screenshots of her reaching out to like doing reach out to brands and food places, I think.
Yeah.
But that's also something to like consider when you're doing event planning. Not everything is going to result in you working with that vendor. Like just the reaching out is a lot of work.
Yeah, it seems like she's not valuing that because she didn't close the deal.
Exactly.
I also would have been the one to pay for the drinks and the food that I was working on getting together.
It says on screen about the Lunds place that she was talking about. Lunds was only seen as no longer an option on her end after I spent hours chasing them down, having a phone call, going through their menu and choosing items that fit all dietary restrictions, putting them on the Notion, doing the math to see the expense, and emailing back and forth, but I didn't do anything. And then she shows proof of that.
So, and she basically is showing she negotiated this entire thing, but then I guess Baja told her, like, no, we're not going with that.
Yeah, and if she's shutting her down, like at the very end of things, then she has nothing to show for it. And then you could just turn around and be like, well, you didn't do anything. It's like, well, I tried.
Exactly.
To do
And that's
something.
very frustrating because also that
For
might
sure.
be why she then stops doing things, because it's like, well, if you're not going to,
Yeah, then
like, not
fuck
going to
off.
waste my time doing a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff for then you to pull the plug at the last minute.
Those were immediately shut down, so I started reaching out to restaurants instead. But that would have been covered by me. The venue, I never once asked her to cover the venue.
It says on screen, quick question for Urban Daisy, should I just put my info down for the contract? Basically, it's for anyone who is responsible for payment. I can take care of that portion for now, unless you want me to put yours as well. And what time should the event start? Did we agree to 5? I don't remember. Or if we came to a decision at all. And then I don't think she answered. I will say, I don't think she's offering to pay, is she?
She says, I can take care of that portion for now. So it isn't also like closing the door and saying like, I'm paying for this and like, I'll
Yeah,
just
I
eat
don't
the
think
cost
so. It's like for now, I'll put my info down and like
until they can
the
recoup
money.
with ticket prices and stuff.
Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay. Oh, then there's a separate text though that says we need to figure out how we want to do deposits and stuff too. I don't mind holding down the venue. Holding down. Maybe that does seem like fronting the money. Like for
Yeah.
now, and then I'll give it back to myself when we get paid.
Exactly. But it doesn't seem like I'm just going to do it and like I'll pay for everything and you're not doing anything, you know?
After I did research and found so many other venues, she was like, let's do this one instead. I said, okay, cool. She put down that venue money. I never asked her. In fact, I would have never. Also, the venue is $4,686. She put down 50% of that. That's 2 point something K. I don't know where $10,000 came from. I do not know.
Oh, damn. That's crazy. Maybe 10,000 was the original amount. Remember, she said she got a discount.
But that's wild to say that you paid that when you only paid a deposit on the final amount.
Oh, no. Super wild.
Really and truly, I wish I knew. I have no idea. I was never discussed with me that she invested $10,000. That is the only investment that has come from her. At least that she told me, and if she chose not to tell me, that is none of my business, but I don't see anything like that. Also, I have not lived in Minnesota since I was 18 years old. I do not know any of these people, so her going to the event to go tour it was up to her and her choice, but I also don't live there, so I can't go into the event and tour it. But also a lot of the activations, she had friends that like who did tooth gems, she had photographers already. Like all she did was name them, and I was like, okay, awesome. And I would look into other research too. So
I will say it's pretty fucking insane how like it really was both of their events. Like to see the involvement now, it does seem like they were both like the event throwers.
I'm saying it seems like Baja wanted the help in planning the event, but she wants to take all of the credit.
Yeah, for sure. So our researcher kind of like pulled the rest of the screenshots, and we're just gonna like sift through them because there's literally is like 20 more minutes. So if you guys want to go watch Hallie's full video, you're more than welcome to.
And also a lot of them is like she just like is scrolling through their conversations and stuff. So.
Exactly. Yeah. This is another text she shares where Baja says, I'm building out the outline. From there, we can both fill things in. And voila, I love it. Is just taking so long. Okay, we need to brainstorm this. What is she responding to? I can't see that.
Says, they said if we can send them how to integrate Notion into event experience, promote a template or something, they're happy to collab. Okay, so now Notion wants to collab with them, which is like a big brand.
Oh, is it? I was like, what is Notion? I just know
it's like
of Notion. You know what I mean?
Almost like an Excel, but like more event planning kind of things.
There's another text she shares of her asking how she can help with the homepage and the website and stuff like that.
She's like proofreading.
Oh my God.
And
so
like
yeah, involved in like every aspect of
website.
it. She even has a text where she says, for florals, I put something together on Notion. For the panel, we need to figure out the flow. And oh my God, like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. God bless. She is very involved. I feel like that was a flat out lie. Baja's statement was a flat out lie.
Or it's like that Baja has created the event like in her head, and like if the stuff that Hallie did that wasn't like aligning with exactly how she saw it in her head, then it's like it didn't count.
Yeah. Baja will tell her like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Like this says I'm gonna post now on She Evolves page and then collab with both of us. And then Hallie says, oh my God, bless your heart. Thanks for doing that. Like,
and even that last one was her sending through something about an ASL interpreter.
Yeah, it's somebody who says that their sister would really want to go to the event, but she's deaf. So she wanted to know if there would be an ASL interpreter. And so she brings this to Baja's attention and says, someone reached out asking if there would be an ASL interpreter for She Evolves because her sister's deaf. She said she emailed the event email yesterday right after tickets dropped, but never got a response, which meant she held off on buying since they're non-refundable and now we're sold out. Maybe they refunded a lot because they're not sold out right now. I totally understand how busy things have been, but this is an accessibility issue and something we should have caught and responded to sooner. I've been trying to get access so I can help with these kinds of things and just have access in general, but haven't gotten any of the login from you, which makes it harder for me to help manage these kinds of messages in real time. Could you add me or share access so I can help with communication going forward? I think it's really important we make accessibility part of our planning from the start next time, like hiring interpreters, adding accommodations, info on the site, etc. Oopsie.
Ooh, that does not make Baja look good. No.
No, it does not. And then Baja responds, hey, oh, this makes me sad. I'm so dead. Oh, is she deaf? That sucks. Deaf something we need to think about next time around.
Not deaf something.
Oh my God. Lily, why'd you point that out? Just not something I expected at all. I also didn't expect to sell out so quickly, which is a big reason why I felt so overwhelmed today. I'm still figuring things out. Even with the email, I don't even know how to access it from any device other than my Mac.
What?
What century are you from?
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Do you not have the password? Because what are you talking about?
I did give you access to the Instagram. At least it should have logged you in because I accepted the pop-up it gave me on my end. There's also just so many emails, even on my personal email. I'll text you tomorrow if we can figure out how to move forward. But I genuinely didn't expect any of this at all. You live and you learn, I guess. Also, the Amazon packages came. We def need to get, not the def again. We def need to get on a call ASAP to discuss next steps. And I'll figure out how to give you access to both Squarespace and email, whatever.
Because it's not a one-person job, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of flabbergasted that her response wasn't, let me look into an ASL interpreter. Let me figure out if I can sell one more ticket to her or figure out how I can accommodate.
No,
like,
that wasn't it. It was just like, I guess I could try and figure out how to give you access, but I barely know how to access the email.
Yeah, no, and Hallie, I mean, I have to say her heart's in the right place. Like her follow-up message was like, I'm not blaming you. It's just like, it is important to consider accessibility when you're throwing a live event, which I think is an amazing response. To which Baja responds, no, I completely understand. And it's so important to literally gutting when it feels like we're letting down someone who is a part of our community. We will have to figure this out tomorrow. But I have some news. I literally couldn't sleep because something just wasn't right. I recounted so many times to make sure we didn't oversell. Oh God, I'm scared, is what Hallie responded to that. And then Baja says, and for some reason, Squarespace tweaked and all the CSV rewards show 270 on the spot, but it double counted some people. So we still have tickets left.
Okay.
Okay. So
that's
can
good
you
news.
get an ASL interpreter?
This is showing Hallie covering 3 tickets, I think probably for the person that reached out for the ASL interpreter.
Oh my God, did she?
And she says, please don't apologize. It truly means so much that you reached out. I'm just so happy it worked out. And you and your sister, and of course, Huyo, is that her mom, I assume, will all be joining us. I'm covering all 3 tickets. It's the least I can do.
Oh my God,
you guys
I love
reminded
her.
me why this night is so special and what it's really about. Can't wait to meet you all soon.
Oh my God, Team Hallie. She's such a sweetheart. Oh, then she shows her own set of bullet points. It says on screen, she originally in September didn't have any issue, by the way, but I did notice she would disregard any text about Layden.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, sorry. Since we're not watching the video, it's a little bit difficult.
Oh, this is one of the panelists, I think.
Oh, from Layden on topics she can speak on. I'll tell her to share photos. So she was like very communicative about the panelists.
What she
but,
was
like,
gonna
Baja
talk
never
about.
answered.
Well, and Baja said that she didn't say how this person was going to fit into the flow of the event and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and this is a transcript from Baja. It's an audio message transcript, and it says, Hallie, girl, I don't know if you didn't listen to my voice note. I don't know what, but I don't think that Landon is a good fit for the panel, genuinely. And I don't know if you listened to the voicemail where I was talking about it, but I was just saying it's such a short amount of time and it's such a small panel. And although love knowledge would be valuable, some of these words are wrong. I feel like it's just not the right panel for it because we can't jump from, one topic to another. And basically just her saying it's not a good fit. But then Hallie responds and says that doesn't really make sense because she says in the beginning we agreed with the panel having different perspectives and I had said she'd be great. I definitely didn't listen to that, but I don't think it's an option to not have. She's already booked a flight because I asked her the same day and I disagreed that it'd be jumping from topic to topic, whatever. And then Baja says, just text me later when you get done with your meeting. And she says, yeah, I'm done, but that was pretty much it above.
Yeah.
My message was that was it.
Well, because she had also said before Baja responded, she said, that's low-key all I have to say, but we'll respond once I'm done with this meeting.
Oh my God. And then Baja says, what do you think she could contribute to the event? What about career? So we can get an understanding of the flow of the event. Booking a ticket is kind of crazy, not gonna lie. I haven't talked to Layden or even sent her an official panel invite. And then she responds, Hallie does, I haven't talked to Sandy, who I'm assuming is another panelist that Baja booked without telling Hallie.
Yeah. Again, she wants the help in planning, but then she's calling the shots, which is fine. But then don't act like it's this equal partnership up until.
Yeah. She says, what are we talking about? I've been saying Layden since the beginning, the same way you've been saying Sandy and the moderator. I just trusted that you obviously would put amazing people on the same way I expected you to trust that. Oh God. Then it starts getting contentious.
Oh no, this is giving Rebecca.
Oh no. Is she having a Rebecca crash out? Yeah, no, there's a lot of, I've said it before, all caps is very, very
shouty caps are
passive-aggressive.
really unnecessary. Yeah. I've been nothing but respectful to your busy schedule, Hallie. And then in all caps, I've made the panel doc in September. I've been respectful when you literally just gave away 3 tickets. Oh my God.
Oh
you
my
literally
God.
just gave away 3 tickets without discussing with me first. I also respected when you lashed out on me over an email that was never sent.
Holy shit. Wait, though. Wait. What the fuck? So now she's mad that Hallie gave away the tickets to the girl with the deaf sister? Oh my God.
Yeah.
She might be a monster.
We confirmed Sandy and are working on Anna. We have talked about this so many times on every single call. Landon was just a name you threw around with no data and nothing to back it up. I don't know what you want me to review?
That's not true. We have the text messages.
Because I don't see anything above. It's weird to book a flight without us. Like you said, even reviewing and confirming her. I'm sorry that you feel that your ideas haven't been landing, but they also haven't been delivered. But it seems like they have. The same way you've been busy with speaking engagements, meetings, maintenance days, back-to-back appointments, and then in all caps, I've been busy carrying this event. I'm exhausted.
Oh my God, it is a Rebecca crash out.
And I still fit, all caps, everything into your schedule. That is, we've seen something to reflect something very different.
I agree.
She was accommodating her schedule too. I've confirmed everything that I did for this event with you beforehand. Every email, every DM I've shared. Except given her email access. Can I FaceTime you? I don't want to argue over dumb things when we have an event to execute.
So I'm assuming that's what the fight was before the pancake situation. That was the tiff.
That seems wild. We don't know where this one pops in, but it's Baja saying, you're guilting me into situations I can't get out of. I feel blindsided and you're putting me in situations where I can't be co-host and make the discussions with you. I told you I respect Layden and what she has to bring, but it was never set in stone. And then she says, we might as well have the call at this point. And then she says, you never questioned Sandy, not because you trust, but because you didn't consider it. Because why is Sandy a problem now when she's a confirmed panelist in September? She fits perfectly into the theme of the panel. I still don't know how Landon would fit. That's the problem, not your idea. I wanted to be equally invested and raise any concerns. The floor was always open. And she says, huh? Baja, speaking for me is crazy. You never questioned Sandy, not because you trust, but because you didn't consider it. Literally what? How could you even say that?
I have nothing to say at this point. Like, it's either we figure this out as a team or keep believing what you want, but either way, we have an event on December 27th. Last thing on my end, I want to move this conversation into a more productive, respectful space. The message I sent earlier was from a place of shock because some of the statements you made didn't reflect what actually happened. At this point, continuing over text is only creating more misunderstanding. We need to talk so we can reset, clarify, and move forward as partners. I think what makes sense is writing out frustrations and speaking tomorrow. Let me know if you're aligned with that. That's all I have to say on my end for today. And then that's when she says, let's get on a call when you have time, to which this is the final message that we saw where it says anytime before 12 or tomorrow, whatever. She was telling her the times that she was available.
That's insane to have it ending with like, let's move forward as partners. And then for her to be like, there was never a contract.
There was never a contract. This shouldn't have been basically a surprise to Hallie. And it's like,
That's
I find
wild.
Baja's statement, everything to be, it's hard not to look at it like just a fucking lie. To be honest,
Yeah.
This is very, very deceptive.
It's very self-serving.
And especially when she knows that Hallie has all this stuff. But also, even in these messages, she's telling Hallie, she's like, you never brought forth any ideas. When did we ever talk about Landon? And she's like,
And it's like,
I have the messages.
We just saw it.
Yeah, so that is, I don't know if it's like just the way that she perceives things, that she just
That's
like,
what I was going to say.
forgets.
It's like, I don't know if it's even that she's like intentionally lying or it's that she just has a really warped view of what this quote unquote partnership was. Like, I don't know. It seems like she's just not valuing anything that Hallie brought to the table.
Then, I don't know if you want to call this a statement. I think it kind of is. Baja posted a TikTok where she basically says, no matter how many people try to conspire against you, come together
Conspire against you is crazy.
you know, make you fail, whatever. You have God, and that's the most important thing, which, whatever, fine. She says in her caption, to the girls that are becoming, do not operate from a place of fear. Do not fear that your dreams can be taken from you, that your potential can be dimmed by someone else's actions, or that one closed door means the whole path is gone. Understand this, what's written for you is already protected. No choice, no comment, no person, and no moment of uncertainty can take away what God has placed in your name. Move with faith, not fear. So that's the last thing
that's
she said
just
on the
kind of
matter.
giving like, oh my God, everyone's just a hater if they're not agreeing with you.
This was honestly kind of a roller coaster. I definitely for a second there was like, well, I could see where Baja's coming from. Like if she doesn't, you know, and no longer. I do think that was incredibly manipulative and deceptive. And I feel bad for Hallie. It seems like her heart is in the right place.
Yeah, I got weird vibes from the beginning. Like it seemed like
Yeah.
this was all like her putting on an event to show how great she is, not to like make the event great.
The Get Ready With Me didn't do it for you?
No, it didn't. Also, not an event that I would ever be attending. I said up front what I perceived it to be, and it seems like that is exactly what it is.
Anyway, what a roller coaster. Are we ready for We Love the Internet?
Yeah, that was a weird episode.
Wasn't it? I know. I liked it. I liked both topics, but what a crazy episode for sure. Okay, you get to choose. I have two categories. So one is like a funny trend, and then the other one is Wicked related. So what do you prefer?
I don't know. Wicked.
Okay. I was hoping you'd choose that. Even though I really like the next one, it's going to be my We Love the Internet next time. This really, I just kind of don't want to give any context and see if we're on the same side of TikTok, which I know we're not. So that's why I'm excited. You're not going to understand it at all.
Oh, God.
I don't think you guys are listening. Madame Morrible. MM. Flip it around.
They cut out. I didn't hear what he just said.
Oh, no, it didn't cut out. He whispered it.
Oh, well, no, but then it completely cut out. What did he say?
He said, Madame Morrible, flip it around, Wicked Witch. Do you understand?
No.
Oh my God, the lady who plays Madame Morrible. I don't know when she realized this or how, I don't know. But she has said in at least 30 interviews. She goes, Madame Morrible, which is her character. So she goes like this, Madame Morrible, flip it around, Wicked Witch. And I'm not joking, there's like a million clips. And so people have edited it together. They're like cracking up at the fact that she just thought that was such a light bulb moment that she says it in every interview ever.
Went from MM to WW Wicked Witch. Madame Morrible, MM, flip it around, Wicked Witch. MM, Wicked Witch. Madame Morrible, now known as the Wicked Witch. Right. Just think, MM, flip it around, Wicked Witch.
It's changed, but not for good.
Wicked Witch.
Was this fun? Because
Who is truly the Wicked Witch? WW, MM, WW.
it's true. Turn into Wicked Witch. I know.
All MM, flip it around, Wicked Witch. MM,
Madame
flip it
Morrible.
around, Wicked Witch.
Yeah, like
MM, flip it around, Wicked Witch. Oh, God. That's how I played the villain, the Wicked Witch.
So then he's being like, I don't think you guys understand. Madame Morrible, flip it around. Wicked Witch.
I also have never seen Wicked and don't know any of the characters, so this doesn't really, it
brother.
kind of falls a little flat for me. I probably should have picked the other
Oh my
category.
God. How the fuck have you not seen Wicked?
I know. I feel like it's playing at the little movie theater down the street. That's the new
Well,
one.
this is the
So
second
I
one.
need to see the,
No.
Yeah, I need to see the first one first.
Yeah, I've seen like it in Broadway. I've seen it off Broadway. You know.
Oh, no. I've never seen any production of it whatsoever, but I also have not seen the movie.
Awful.
Okay, we have, again, I gave you these options last time, but the traveling cats, a golden retriever, or today we got a lab.
I'll do the cats.
Great choice.
You excited for your flight, huh? Hello, boys. Toddy's so sleepy, huh?
So, hello.
One of them's name is Todd. He just gets to carry them through TSA. Todd's the one on his shoulder.
You're not?
Your stroller.
It just makes me think, like, do all my pets hate me? Because, like, they would run away.
No, obviously they're super well trained, but I do have to say he is not abiding by the rules of the airport for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're supposed to be in a carrier. Yeah. You're not supposed to like
look at them in
two
their
loose
silk
cats there
pajamas.
is crazy.
They're
so
bows.
cute, and I love them. I love that, and I want to be very clear. I just, I've traveled with
look at
Hershey
their
many
little
a times.
bumblebee
and
costumes.
think he's breaking some rules. Well, very cute nonetheless. Well,
I
anyway,
liked them.
guys, that is pretty much all we've got for you. So we will be skedaddling, and as always, we hope you enjoyed. We appreciate you if you stayed to the end. Be sure to use girlies in your comment if you want to join our giveaway. We hope you have a beautiful week, and we will see you on Friday. Bye.
Cheers.